better have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
How's it going, guys? I'm Andrew.
I'm Chris.
And welcome back to Baller's Basement. Alright, guys, now today we have an NBA rumor report for you. So, there's been rumors going around of, okay, the Cavaliers lost the 2017 NBA Finals. Obviously, during this offseason, they're going to retool, and they're gonna, maybe try to retool their bench a little bit for what they could do under the cap restraints that they have. And, a lot of people are saying, hey, they lost. Kevin Love was a virtual no-show in Game 5. He doesn't match up well with Golden State. There's a possibility that the Cavs might try to replace him. Now, the first rumor that came out was, the Cavaliers should go after Paul George. He would be a great addition to that team if you trade Tristan Thompson or Kevin Love for him. We have a video on that. The link will be in the description. We talk about the possibility of them acquiring a Paul George and what that could mean for the Cavaliers. Now, as of late, there's been another rumor going around saying that the Cavaliers, if they can't get a Paul George, they might consider acquiring Jimmy Butler. So today, we're just here to address those rumors. So, Chris, what do you think about it?
I think that it's definitely a good move. Jimmy Butler's coming off of the best season of his career, averaging the most assists, the most points, the best shooting percentage. Besides 1 season, 2 seasons. So his third best for 3-point percentage. His third best for field goal percentage. His best for free throw percentage. And I think he played great defense. He's coming into his prime. And I think that it's definitely a great look for the Cavs. You can put JR off the bench, which is his usual spot. He already said he feels most comfortable off the bench as a sixth man. So I think that definitely, makes the Cavs a little more deadly in terms of offense and defense, since they was ranked in the 20s in defense during the regular season.
Right.
So I think that that could definitely help them, shut teams down using their defense. And then Jimmy Butler's a great two-way player, so he can do the same thing on offense.
Yeah, here's my perspective on the whole situation. As a whole, everyone's saying rumors about the Cavs wanting to acquire another piece to put them over the top. Now, when it comes to Jimmy Butler, well, here's how I feel. The first best option for the Cavs, in my opinion, would be acquiring a Paul George. Even if you have to give up Kevin Love, I think that would be the best acquisition they could do.
Agreed.
Then, secondly, I think it would be Jimmy Butler. Then, lastly, a Carmelo Anthony, but I wouldn't give up a Kevin Love for him. The Carmelo Anthony video will also be in the description down below where we talk about that. But, on to Jimmy Butler. If they can't acquire a Paul George and they have an opportunity to acquire a Jimmy Butler, I think they should go for it, depending on who they have to give up or who they could acquire along with him. I feel like if you give up a Kevin Love straight up for a Jimmy Butler, that would leave us, we're already weak in our front court, or the Cavs are already weak in their front court, so if they could get a big along with Jimmy Butler, I think it could be a fair trade. If they could trade a Tristan Thompson for a Jimmy Butler straight up, I think that'd be an amazing trade if they could pull that off. But
I don't think they could trade him straight up.
Huh?
I don't think they could trade Jimmy for Tristan straight up.
No, I don't think they would have to put some maybe bench pieces in, like an Iman Shumpert or something. I don't know how they would work it, but assuming they'd give up Kevin Love, they would have to have another big in return. But I think it would help the team immensely defensively. It would give someone else who could create for themselves and create for others. So I think that'd be great. People are like, some people would prefer Melo over Jimmy Butler. And my thing to that is, Jimmy Butler's younger. He's entering his prime, like Chris said. He adds a defensive toughness to the team, which I feel would really help them, because if you look at the series with Golden State, it's not that they couldn't. I mean, Golden State's an amazing offensive juggernaut, but the Cavs could score as well. I mean, I don't think scoring was the problem. I just think that the Cavaliers couldn't stop anybody. You know? Like, the Warriors were just scoring at will, and they didn't really have much of a defensive presence. So I feel like his defensive presence would help the team a lot. Granted, his three-point shooting isn't as good as a Kevin Love. He only shoots 36.7%, but that's on a Chicago Bulls team where not a lot of people draw attention to get him open. You know, if he's with a LeBron James, a Kyrie Irving, a J.R. Smith, you know, so on and so forth, he'd probably have a lot more space to get off a clear shot, and maybe his three-point percentage will go up with that. He averaged 23.9 points this season, 5.5 assists. I mean, he's a great young 3-2 combo guard type of player. You know, well, not combo guard, but, you know, shooting guard forward type of player. And he could run the ball. So I think it would be a win if you traded a Kevin Love for Jimmy Butler and a big. I think if you can't get a big, or if you're not sure if you could get a big, I don't necessarily know if that would help them too much, you know? But if you get a big along with it, like,
still would, if they can still pick up a big in free agency or pick up a big from another trade.
I mean,
I think it could still help. Jimmy Butler is definitely a better player than Kevin Love is in terms of being able to defend and being able to score.
I mean, my thing would
consistently.
Yeah, my thing would be
the only thing is he can't shoot as well as Kevin Love.
No, agreed. But he could create better than Kevin Love can. He could, you know, get his own shot
Definitely.
better than Kevin Love can. But like, Kevin Love makes more money than Jimmy Butler. So if I were the Cavs, I'd be like, okay, I'll give you Kevin Love, but I need Jimmy Butler and I need Robin Lopez. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need someone that I could put at that 5-4 position that could help our team as well, because I'm giving up a star power forward and I'm getting back a star shooting guard small forward, but we still have a hole at center. So I don't think it's too bad.
This is pretty bad. So,
and like, when Jimmy Butler
win situation.
Yeah, and I mean, when Jimmy Butler was on, I think it was Undisputed, they were asking him, yeah, you know, besides, you know, who would you want to play with? Like, who do you feel a great teammate would be for you? And he's like, well, besides myself, my favorite player is Kyrie Irving. You know, I would love to play with Kyrie. You know, I think our games would complement each other. And they're like, okay, besides like a star, like, what else would you want to play around? What do you think would make your game better? He's like, oh, you know, maybe playing around shooters, you know, like a Kyle Korver. I mean, look, let's read between the lines, people. He's talking, I mean, it's come on. I mean, he's saying, oh, Kyrie, I love to play with him. Oh, yeah, you know, maybe a Kyle Korver when he was on the Cavs. So I'm like, okay, you wouldn't mind playing for the Cavs. That's how I'm taking it, because you're getting what you want. You're playing with Kyrie Irving. Oh, let's not forget about you playing with LeBron James as well. And you have a Kyle Korver if he re-signs, and you have J.R. Smith, and you have a bunch of shooters around you. It'd be interesting. I think he would help. So I think that would be a fair trade in terms of Kevin Love for Jimmy Butler and the big. I wouldn't do it like, I mean, maybe do it straight up if you know you could get a big, or if you sign a big in free agency like Chris said. But yeah, I think it would be a fair trade. I think it would improve the Cavs. I think it would give them more of a defensive presence, because Kevin Love's a defensive liability. You get rid of Kevin Love, and even when they have to play without Kevin Love, you notice that their defensive toughness goes up a notch. You know, when they have a bunch of defensive capable players out there. You know, so I think if you had a lineup with a Kyrie Irving, Jimmy Butler, LeBron James, Tristan Thompson, and then a big that could hold down the paint, that'd be a very good defensive lineup. Or, you know, if you're able to have a trade with like Tristan and Iman Shumpert, and the lineups of Kyrie Irving, Jimmy Butler, LeBron James, Kevin Love, and a big, that'd be deadly. Very deadly. Very, very deadly as well.
I don't think they'll be able to pull that off.
I don't think so either. But
because if they can keep Kevin Love, I think they should still try to get Paul George. If they can get Jimmy Butler without trading Paul George,
agreed.
Love, they need to still try to get Paul George.
Agreed.
Then they can have Kyrie, Jimmy Butler, Paul George at the 3, LeBron at the 4, and Tristan at the 5 if they still have Tristan.
Yeah, so I mean, that's a dream scenario. I don't know if that would happen, but if they could pull it,
I highly doubt that can happen too. But I mean, for the case of the scenario, I think that would be their best possible scenario for the 2017 offseason.
If that happened, they'd have a very good chance of beating the Warriors next year. Very good.
Yeah, because then they have the defense and the offense to, you know, compete.
So
they will still need to work with their bench because their bench is
definitely. So my thing is, it's a win whether they give up Tristan, whether they give up Kevin Love. I think it's a win as long as you can get Jimmy Butler and secure a big. That's my opinion on it. I think it would help the Cavaliers. I don't think it's
Yeah, Jimmy Butler's a great player, and I think that by the end of his career, I think he can definitely, play better than he's been playing now, which is still pretty great.
Yeah, he's still going up. He's still on the rise, and yeah, we'll make another video. I was going to talk about the possibility of a Dwayne Wade, talking about the Bulls opting out and, coming for a vet min if he'd be willing. But we'll make another video about that, getting into that. But yeah, so I think that pretty much wraps it up. That's our opinion on what we think or how we think Jimmy Butler could affect the Cavs, if it's a good thing, if it's a bad thing. If you liked the video, guys, please be sure to like. Comment in the comment section down below. Let us know, do you think it's a good thing for the Cavs? Do you think it's a bad thing? Do you think it's a good trade, bad trade? Do you think it's good for the NBA? Let us know. We'd love to hear your opinions. And lastly, if you love our video, if you like our video and you want to hear more, please be sure to subscribe. And when you subscribe, hit the bell button so you know every time Chris and I are down in the basement talking hoops. Alright guys, thanks for listening and we'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.
Peace.